In what we do, I don't know if you want to bring that out now or not. That's up to you guys. You want to bring that up there? When we start out in life, some of us don't know the journey that we're about to embark in. For myself, I started out, as we all do, child in a rodeo family, and part of a singing family and dancing family. We don't know where we're going. At 20-some years of age, they put this mic in my hand and they said, "You're going to speak for the people." And I tried my best, and I've been doing it for over 20-some years. And I'm very honored and pleased to talk for a family that has been around this area for many, 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 many years. And part of our rodeo life here on the Fort Berthold Reservation. And there's a young lady that got educated and spent her life as a Huttite. And I'm gonna explain all of that to you through everything, but I'm giving you a quick preview. But she had a passion about our Native American people. And that was to sit on a board to change thoughts and way and things that we perceive. And I'm going to talk about that in depth a little bit before. But as we go through life and we do things, they always tell us, and again, this is not from me, this is from what they have told me, those that are no longer here, those elders that have talked, and there are elders over here too, that talk to me today to tell these things, to remind the people. One of the things that they talk about is when you have an honoring, when you want to do something for them, you should do it while they're alive. You should say these good things about their life while they're alive so they can hear it. Because once they've gone on to the happy hunting ground, they're in a place far better than where we're at. And they don't know the love and the feelings that we have for them. And those of you that grew up in ranch family, we don't hug, we don't tell you I love you, and getting beat half to death for not putting the horses in is something about how I love you. And a lot of you know exactly what I'm talking about. But that's how we grew up. The handshake is a very gesture that we do to show somebody. A hug is extraordinary, okay? And so when we talk about these things in the life that this young lady has lived for our people, with our people, and amongst our people, these are the things that we wanted to do. And as a man in this culture and way of life, I'm not afraid to hug, maybe hug too much. I'm not afraid to say I love you or I'm proud of you. That's what I've tried to teach my children. And as we gather here today, there's a lot of love that's about ready to come into this arena for a young lady who has spent her life advocating for our Indian people and our way of life. So much so that she had to do that advocating away from her home grounds. And she has been back and forth, part of rodeo life, and been in this arena many times and in different places. And today, we're putting all of this together of all the things that she has accomplished, and I'm going to talk about that here shortly. All of these things, and we're going to tell her in a good way that we love her and we respect her. She has done extraordinary things for our Indian people, and that's why we're here and that's why we're gathered. And so at this time, Betty Lou Fredericks Dress is going to be honored today. And so we come to Young Bear for that honor song. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would rise and remove your headgear to pay respects and honor as we honor this young lady and the life she has lived for her Indian people. Young Bear, if you will. Dale, we need a mic. Dale Roberts, the mic is off, Dale. As you can see, this is a big family. A lot of descendants upon descendants upon descendants. need a chair now. We can get a chair too. And Betty Lou Fredericks Gress was born to John and Catherine Fredericks Sr. in Elba Woods, North Dakota. She grew up here in Twin Buttes on her parents' ranch. She attended grade school in Elba Woods, Halliday, and graduated the 8th grade from Twin Buttes. She attended high school in Killdeer, California, and graduated from Halliday High School in 1963. She attended Minot State College and the University of North Dakota and graduated from Northern Arizona University with a Bachelor's of Science degree in psychology. She furthered her education and training by attending the Graduate Teachers Corps program at Billings State College in Montana. Betty also attended a 2-week program at the John F. Kennedy School. Betty Lou's honors started when she was just 16 years old and a junior in high school. She won the barrel racing, pole bending, and was the runner-up in the Queen contest, winning 3 buckles, becoming the North Dakota State High School Rodeo all-around cowgirl. After graduating from college, she worked many jobs in the state of North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana, Arizona, and Colorado. She was one of the founding staff members of the Coalition of Indian-Controlled School Boards, who in 10 years worked to train board members and brought teachers training to the reservation schools so that aides in the classroom could receive their education and training to become certified teachers in the classroom of these schools, and parents of the students of those schools could serve as school board members. She went to work for the Office of Native American Programs of the Department of Housing and Urban Development in 1987. This is what HUD, the acronym for HUD, stood for, and that's why I called her a Hudite. Now it's Nahazda and something else. As a housing management specialist, after many years working with various Indian housing authorities on reservations in Region 8, she retired in 2010. Now, that's what she built her career on. But the things that she's most proud of, the things that she did with all of her heart, is in 1988 she joined the Denver Indian Health and Family Services as a volunteer board member. She was elected as the board chair and has served as chair for 27 years and continues to serve as chair to this very day. Denver Indian Health and Family Services had some rocky periods during this time, but with a board that continued to work hard and advocate for the organization, they were able to fulfill the dreams that Betty advocated for. A beautiful clinic that all Native Americans in the Denver area could access culturally appropriate healthcare services that included medical, dental, mental health, physical therapy, pharmaceutical, and diabetic care. The dream was accomplished, and at the open house in May of 2018, it was just last year, a new name was unveiled, the Betty Gress Clinic. Betty was very humbled by this action. In September of 2018, Betty was inducted into the North Dakota Native American Hall of Honor in the area of leadership, which was another very humbling experience. In addition to serving as the chair for Denver Indian Health and Family Services, she serves as a trustee for the North Dakota Cowboy Hall of Fame. Betty is also helping PBS locate people who served on the board or work at the Coalition of Indian-Controlled School Boards for a documentary film that PBS is planning to do on the coalition. And again, like I said, I wanted to be very clear on behalf of the daughters of Betty why we have pursued this action of honoring such a fine individual. And in my running around in Indian country and the things that I have served on as boards, It was my pleasure and honor to run into her in Denver as one of the HUD members of the organization, Housing and Urban Development for the 3 affiliated tribes, the Housing Board, to have her help us and gain some understanding on rules that were about ready to change. So she has advocated not only for our people, but for Indian people across this great Indian nation. And so it is with my honor to speak on behalf of Betty. You know, Pete is at the left of her. This is her brother, Tom, is over there. I believe a couple of years ago we honored him also for all of his accomplishments. But as we gather with all of the family, I tell you again in a way that, you know, the way we grew up, we did things, we didn't think about them as far as what they would yield. And look at me, we just did them because they were the right things to do for Indian country and our indigenous people throughout the North American continent. And so again, I feel very honored to stand here as my late father ran around with all of these young people that were here. My father is not here with us today, but part of the cowboys that were part of these cowboys of the families, the late Milton Baker. And so it's my honor to stand here on behalf as his son to talk about these things as we have done the different things in life through rodeo, through ranch, and through this culture we have for the Mandan, Hidatsa, and Arikara people. So, this is what we wanted to do, and as we get ready, jingle dress dancers stand by. We're going to come to that special in just a little while. This special was honored to be for not only Betty, but her mom. They love this style, so it is very appropriate that we're going to have that, and my good friend Charlie Moran will handle that in just a while. So at this time, we want to take care of our gift giving on behalf of Betty. You guys should just stay right there. You don't have to move at all. It's been my honor and privilege to talk for her and for the girls. You know, one of the gifts that I come to believe that I have for the people is to talk in a way and use these words in a way to convey what it is our family wants to do. Now, also, I have been asked to do a lot of things that people will just hand me stuff and say, here, make it sound good. So I got together and talked to the two of Betty's daughters and wanted to realize what it is that we're actually trying to accomplish. And so that's why I gave a quick overview of the love of her family, her grandchildren, on all of her brother's sides, the family that is far and wide, that we have this love for this wonderful spirit that is Betty. And to say that out loud maybe was a no-no when we grew up, but as we come to be older in life, we want to say to her that we love her, that we respect the journey that she has been on to help all indigenous people in all points of this North American continent to make it better for each and every one of us. And so with all our love and honor, we want to say thank you for the life you have lived and all of the things that you have done and all of the teaching that you continue to do in the way you do it. And so again, for myself, I'm very honored and feel very privileged to stand here and say these beautiful words to a wonderful person. And as we go, we're going to go into a special here shortly. I'm going to call Charlie Moran up. She's asked both of us to help her out. And so Charlie, if you would come on up, we're going to go to the next portion. Betty says, I have some gifts that I want to give to you on behalf of speaking for the family, my daughters, and all the rest, my brothers that are here. And so she has gifted me with some coffee money and some blankets for speaking on her behalf. Thank you very much. College.
Here we go, girls contest time.